stepping up my game. I'm a groove school, yes I am. With groove I know I can. Read my master plan. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. I'm moving. I'm moving, yes I am. Groove Nation inspires me to bust loose and break free. I'm dancing to my dreams, bursting at the seams. I'm feeling groove-alicious. Who knows who I am? 'Cause now is my time to have a groove state of mind. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving. Oh, I'm grooving. I'm grooving, yes I am. I'm grooving.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream where we're going to peel back the curtain and you get to listen in on me getting some coaching. Today, I have my very, very dear friend, Amanda Gulik on. And Amanda, I invited to help me grow my YouTube channel because she has done something truly amazing. In the last few years, she has grown her YouTube channel to over, I'm going to say 50,000 viewers. I don't know how many the actual number is. Yeah, okay, so around 50,000 viewers over the last, I think 2 years ago when she started it. We'll hear her whole story, but she made huge splashes in the world by teaching people how to bake cakes. So when I decided to pick up a side gig of my own and start thinking about growing my art business, I knew that developing a following and creating a YouTube channel was a big part of that. And although we have YouTube in the company and we use YouTube, we're not trying to be influencers or have a channel and be known for our channel. We simply use it as a tool to be able to deliver and broadcast and communicate with people. So my approach as an artist looking to gather and develop a following is completely different from my experience in handling YouTube. So I did what anyone would do. I called up the smartest person I know when it comes to growing a YouTube channel, and that is the beautiful Amanda. Amanda, thank you so much for being here with me.
Wow, well, thank you, Donna. That is so lovely. And I am so excited to help you get started with your YouTube channel. Yeah, so can you imagine it? Like over 50,000 subscribers and one video, over 6 million views on just one of them. Like it's mind-boggling. So just imagine what we can accomplish for you.
That's so amazing and so impressive. So I am ready to soak up any information or advice that you can give me. Those of you that are following this series that I'm doing, where I'm basically asking my smart friends for help growing my business, know that last month I talked to Deb Cole, Coach Deb, about Instagram Reels and starting an Instagram channel. So I got that bit of information, and at the same time, my January goal was to get my first YouTube video and start working on posting on Instagram. So I met my January goal, but then I have to say, Amanda, I must confess, I stopped working on my YouTube channel entirely right after that, knowing that this session was coming. And you know, there's this interesting thing that happens, and maybe it's happened to you guys listening, when it comes to a side gig. there's always something important to do. And as soon as I hit a place where it gets hard, it's really, really easy for me to set it aside and pick up something that's a little bit easier or a little bit more demanding. So your side gig never gets the attention that it probably should. So I definitely used it as an excuse, especially with everything else that's been going on in the world over this last month. But now I am committed, and I'm just going to do exactly what you tell me to do, Amanda, because I don't know any better not to. So I'm going to be a great student and just let you take over the coaching side of this. So.
Oh, yes. No, and I know too, because I sent you a PDF with everything that I want you to look at. And you're like, not till you talk to me live. So
I want it to be fresh for me. So
yeah, exactly. No, I'm so excited for you. And I loved the session with Deb Cole. That was incredible. And I want to just touch on one of the reasons why I'm so focused on YouTube as opposed to the other social media, but using Deb's strategies to still, touch in on them, to use them to promote your YouTube channel so that your YouTube channel can promote your art or your business or whatever it is. And the reason is because most social media, aside from YouTube and Pinterest, whatever you post goes in the feed. And after a couple of hours or a couple of days, it just gets lost. It just gets lost. I mean, people would really have to go to your channel and really look for it, which most people won't do. Mm-hmm. But YouTube is a search engine, right? It's owned by Google, and it is a search engine, which means every video that you put out there, so every one of your painting videos that you put out there, when someone types in, I want to see how to paint, whatever, or I want inspiration on duck paintings. If you guys haven't had a chance to see Donna's video, I hope, Donna, that you'll post your link in the comments so that they can go check out your channel and then watch it grow. That would be really cool.
I would be happy to do that.
Now, another quick reason why, because you'll hear as Donna and I are talking, I struggle with my lungs. In 2016, I ended up in a coma for 3 weeks from pneumonia, developed acute respiratory distress, and woke up as a severely disabled lung person. And my doctor told me I would never work again. Not something you want to hear. And so, but I knew about creating passive income. And months after coming out of my coma and months after getting rehab and being strong enough to get on my computer, I noticed something really cool. The stuff that I had put on YouTube years before not only was still driving me YouTube ad revenue, but it was making sales for my teaching children about money courses, my cake decorating books, affiliate promotions, like anything I had put on YouTube, it was still driving traffic. That wasn't a lot. It was just a couple $100, but passive income that I didn't have to work for anymore. And that's why I'm so excited to show you how to use this for your channel, because your art is going to live on forever, no matter what happens in life. So it's like a legacy, right? It's just amazing. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that, but we should head over to your channel and just start by looking at your channel. So Can I share a screen and then go to your channel on my thing here?
Yep. If you go to the bottom, there's a present button. And if you click on that, there's a share screen.
Okay. All right. And I am going to just share. All right. So we might have a little bit of a weird thing happening for a second. Now, let's get over to, we'll close that one so we're not double feeding. Donna's channel. Here you go. So you can see that. So yes. What I've also done is I've opened up mine to give you ideas of what I'm talking about so we can kind of compare. Okay.
Okay. I have my notebook here too. Thankfully, we'll also have a replay of this so I don't have to take meticulous notes, but I'm ready to be a good student.
Good. And again, everything that I'm going to be saying will be written down in that PDF for you, so you can look at it later, Donna, and anyone taking notes, you can always come back to this video and watch it again. You know what? I'll put together a table of contents after, and I'll send it to you guys so that you can pop it in the description if that helps.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, because There are 5 core pillars when it comes to getting massive growth on YouTube. And I want to touch on those 5 pillars. But the very first thing, before we go into those 5 pillars of what to do with your videos, like how to actually get them out there and get views, I want to just look at your channel. So your channel is like your business card, right? And you have to keep in mind that on different devices, it shows up differently. So you have a great profile pic here, and your name, and you've got your personalized channel name. So that's perfect. That makes it so much easier when you're promoting your channel. You're not like /XW_87, that kind of thing, right?
Which is exactly the link I just dropped into the chat for everyone. I didn't even use my own branded link.
So if you guys go to /Donna Foxy, you'll find it too. Oh, I love that. And so what we don't have here on your channel yet, because of course I know you were waiting to walk through everything, is a header. Just like on a website, if the website is just about your brand, obviously not for opt-in pages, you want to have some sort of header so that you're letting people know who you are and what you have to offer. And there are some tips here on YouTube, is that you need to have a little bit of text in the center that tells them why is it interesting for them to be on your channel, right? So in my case, it's because I help them turn their passions into passive income. In your case, it would be, we have to think, what is your goal with your channel, Donna? Do you want to share your paintings and try to sell your work? Do you want to show others how to do what you're learning? Because that's really fun, and you learn best when you teach. What is your goal? Give me a little bit of an idea of what your goal is first. Yeah. I'll stop sharing now. Talk to you.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Perfect. For now, and we can change the view if you want. So you could leave your screen share up. I can easily change the view to put it in the background.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
You can also, if you want to be able to see me and also the screen that you're sharing, if you pull that tab out to another window, then you can just share that tab or that window versus your whole screen.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that.
Yeah.
All
right. So what I want to use for my new YouTube channel. So let's take a step back. The reason why I decided to start this this side hustle, side gig channel is because I found art about 8 years ago, or rediscovered art, I guess. And it had been a hobby of mine until about a year ago, when I decided that I enjoy learning about art so much that I want to master it. That's a huge statement for me. I am a jack of all trades and a master of none. I know a whole lot about very little. I can pick up and get sound out of about 10 different instruments. I use all sorts of media. I speak a very, very little bit of a few languages. Like, I've never, with the exception of maybe internet marketing, it's probably the closest other thing that I have truly been an expert or world-class at. I want to be a world-class artist. I feel like that's a worthy goal. And since I love the process of creating art and learning about art, it's one that I think I'm just going to enjoy for the rest of my life, because really, when do you become a master?
Right. Yeah.
But it's absolutely about the journey. So I want to share that journey with and start developing an audience because I'm by no means an expert. I want to share what I'm learning and I find interesting, and I have passions, and exciting discoveries and challenges that I just want to share, because if I could help or inspire or inform one other person with something that I'm going through, that would give me joy to be able to share that information. So
I was hoping. Yeah, no, that's so perfect. I was hoping that you wanted to show your processes, because people get so much inspiration out of that, and that gives us so much to work with.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So I envision my channel content being a combination of, face to camera discussions about things that I'm dealing with, supplies that I like and why I like them. Maybe videos of me actually creating the art. That was my goal for the cruise that I never, I did not do that. I went on a cruise with this idea that I would create art every day and at least some of it I would film. I didn't film any of it. I got scared. I got all sorts of things got in the way of that. But I do hope that at some point that will be part of it too, where I can just flip on the camera and create a piece of art and share that. And that is mostly because I love watching that. I watch, my favorite hobby, I call it watching paint dry. I love just when I need some downtime, going to someone's YouTube channel and watching a painting, a full length, with or without talking, it doesn't matter. I just I often watch in the middle of the night other people's painting videos when I can't sleep. And in that case, I'm in bed and it's muted and I'm literally watching paint dry. And it brings me endless hours of joy. So I want to be part of what brings me so much joy.
Yeah, it's kind of like a visual ASMR.
It is. Yeah,
Right?
very much so. Yeah.
No, I totally get it. I have one that comes up in my feed, and it's this painter that has the thumbnail is always these dots of paint, and then you never know what it's going to become, and it's so cool.
Yes.
So I have some ideas for you, and I'm really glad that you mentioned a couple of things. So because that gives us so much to work with on your channel, and that keeps it entertaining and engaging as well for your viewers to create that fan base. And that is that we can do how-to videos, and you don't have to be on camera to take some of the pressure off for that. You set up a camera, you forget about it, and then later you go back and edit it. Obviously, you might want to turn it off when you leave. And you go back and edit it and make those kind of time-lapse videos so that we can watch the process, maybe not in 13 hours, but, you know, in 30 minutes, right? Or whatever it is. So that's one thing that you can do. And of course, Deb gave you some great examples for that as well. Even just snippets and then piecing the snippets together, and snippets you can do from different angles, which makes it a bit more vlog style. And that's really nice too, is, you know, when they come and sit down with you and they see that they have, you know, you have your, you know, your super, I don't know, Superwoman Donna mug with you, right?
I don't have it. It's normally it's my Wonder Woman mug, but today it's just a beer stein holding my coffee.
But the idea is, so they come down, they sit down with you, and they're part of the process. But you only have to do that when you feel like doing that, right? Because I know you don't always like to be front of camera, especially when it comes to something so personal.
Right.
Right.
And,
so that takes
the
some
other kind of video I might make, I just forgot to mention, is at some point art marketing videos. I think that, you know, my worlds need to collide a little bit. I am not a very good representative of Groove, even though I am a part owner and CMO. My website is terrible. It has not been moved to Groove. It's it's a WordPress blog that I haven't updated in more than 10 years. So
that'll be fun.
Right.
Actually, Groove will make it easy. It really does, because I'm moving everything over from Kartra. So it's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
so I imagine that there will be some videos about that too. Setting up your website, the free Groove account, using Groove Cart to sell branded merchandise and prints. And yes.
I love hearing that, because as you mentioned with the cake videos on my channel, that's from years ago. I can no longer bake. I can't breathe when I'm baking. So that was not an option. But beforehand, I knew about passive income. I already knew I don't want to be spending my time to earn money consistently. You know, I do work, I get paid. I do work, I get paid. I knew I wanted to do more in my life. So I wanted to do work once, and I didn't care if it was a lot of work once, as long as it then continued on its own, right? And so this artwork, you're creating these how-to videos, and then they're getting a stockpile. You're building that fan base. You're getting people who also want to do the same thing, right? Because we watch people who we want to do the same thing with. And then you're like, hey, now I can show you how to do this. You know, I was showing cake decorators who already knew how to bake fun cake decorating ideas that they could do, you know, for their cake businesses. And eventually I was planning on helping them with building online cake businesses where they could do what I was doing. And then my coma hit and I changed direction. But I love that you're wanting to do that because you can offer so much. So we've got fun style vlog videos once in a while. The purpose of those is not to get views, and you will get subscribers, not to get a ton of views because people don't look for a vlog, but it's a way to make sure you're getting personal so your fans get to know you. And the how-to videos showing people how to do. Also, like your duck video, where so you'll have to go to Donna's channel. But if I look over here, let me just open up that page. And Donna, if you want to share it, so you can see Donna showing this special book that she made for her husband, and all the different pages have different styles of ducks and different styles of painting and different styles of drawing. And it's just a really great way to get ideas. So somebody could be typing in, some cute duck artwork that I could do, but I want some inspiration. And they'd write something, probably not that, in the search bar. And then they would find yours and they'd be like, oh, that cute little duck in the beginning. I want to learn how to do that. Well, wouldn't it be cool if you also had videos that showed how you do things? Now, I realize going back in time is not an option, but you can go forward in time and create things from ones that you feel that people are saying, yeah, that's really cool, or that's really neat, and you want to actually redo or like do again. And I'm going to open up in here since I now have the other page open. Okay. To give you an example. So the way that you can, oh good, it's on silent. The way that you can combine everything together as far as your artwork, but also down the track when you want to start teaching others how they could do this once you've done it, right? Then you can incorporate it into your brand so that when people visit your page, it makes sense. Like people come here, okay, it's about turning your passion into passive income. Well, I'm using these two sites as my example of how I did that, right? My passion for cakes, my passion for, raising money smart kids. And how did I turn those into passive income? So I use that and I have it down further on my page showing how to do that. So we can do that with your channel. And so what are your thoughts on that so far?
I think I definitely absolutely need a channel header. I have some questions about positioning.
Sure. Yes. Oh, I was going to get to that. I'm glad you asked. Go ahead.
Good. Because one obvious place where I feel like I have some things to say to people are people who are getting into art late in life. I hear all the time from people, I'm over 50. I'm not going to learn something new now, or it's too late to learn something new. So I'm 51 and I am a child when it comes to learning about art. I think that that's okay. I think that's exactly where you should be when you're learning something new. I think that this idea that I'm too old to get started with something is kind of a ridiculous one. But it's one that I see come up over and over again. So there's part of me that's thinking that my audience might be people that are later on in life that are looking to pick up something new and needing the inspiration of the role model to do that. What do you think about
okay that they could be external learners and start late too?
Well, exactly. So,
right.
So I'm kind of torn with this idea of, do I want to become the art student for a second career or a late in life career or retirement career? Like, I'm not sure how to phrase it, but when I think about my audience, I think that I have maybe some specific things to say to, not that someone in their 20s couldn't learn from me as well.
Right.
So, and that's the counter side of it, is that I don't know if I want to brand or frame or niche someone who's looking to enter this career later in life. What do you think?
And so my suggestion for that is keep your niche broad but related, and then we playlist down to specifics. Because remember that the majority of views you're going to get are going to be search related. Now, there are tons of YouTube, gurus out there who will say search doesn't matter, SEO doesn't matter. I'm talking to a Groove owner, so you know that SEO matters. But it's not true. So there's a combination, which I'm going to go through with you so we can get your channel to set up to do both. Because what is being said a lot is that it's all about the click through and it's all about the watch time, which is absolutely true. But it's also just as important to make sure that your videos are tagged in the right way, and have the right information in there. And is a combination, just like that marrying we were talking about before, of putting them together. And that's what's going to help you, because you need the search to get that startup. When you're starting a new channel, you don't have a base to go to. If you just focus on click-through and content value, which you should do regardless, but you forget the SEO end, it will take you longer. It will work, but it will take you longer. And if you add the SEO to it, so you don't take away from your click-through, you don't take away from your content, that is still key. You add the SEO in there, and now you can go so much faster, because now you're tapping into a market of people who are looking for you. I remember being in MLM way back when, and it always felt awful going to your friends and family because they weren't interested, right? So when you can actually just go to people who are interested, like MLM works if you just get them to come to you instead, right? That kind of thing. So it's that same concept. So we're going to focus on making sure the keywords make sense. And then once we have those keywords in place, then we go, okay, what kind of a fun thumbnail could I make that's going to be highly clickable? And then what promise am I giving in that thumbnail and title? I better answer that problem or that promise in my video. So it's like working backwards to what most people think of doing. But it works so well. And yeah, I've been testing different things, and I just want to show this, Donna. I'm going to switch back to here, and let me just, okay, fine. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out which channel am I using. Okay, this one. Okay. What do you mean I'm new to StreamYard? Okay. So I'm just going to actually go into managing my videos, the Creator Studio, because I want to show you guys a really interesting graph. All right, so we're just going to look for my how to bake a cake video, and I want to show you what's happened over the past, oh my gosh, 16 years. I uploaded it 16 years ago. That's just incredible. So that's this one. Okay. So let me just wait for my internet to catch up. And I'm just going to put it over. What was that?
It always takes longer when you're streaming too.
Yes. Have a look at this. So this is over the past 16 years, right? Isn't that just, it blows me away when I see that 6 million views on one video. Like, that's just insane. And what I always tell people is, so I uploaded it way back here, July, 2011. And it cost me $20 to bake the cake, about 3 hours to record, edit, upload. I was done. And back then, you didn't have to apply to become a YouTube partner and have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in order to get into the YouTube partner program. You could just say, yeah, I want to be in the program. And you got in. So for the first couple of years here, or actually for the first year here, I made like zero every day, right? It didn't make anything, but I had accidentally done my SEO right. I had no idea what SEO was, but I had done it right. I literally started, so my main keyword was how to bake a cake. I called the video how to bake a cake. I had a picture showing how to bake a cake. And I started the video with, hi, today I'm going to show you how to bake a cake. I had no idea that I had accidentally done exactly what YouTube needed me to do to show it to people.
Now, I imagine that how to anything is a very, very good SEO based title.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's true, guys, for articles and blog posts and things too. People are searching for solutions. And when they do that search, it generally starts with how to.
And they will stick with your video if you're actually delivering on the promise of that.
Yeah.
Like my video is 16 minutes long. It's long, it's arduous, but people love it. And it's so bizarre, right? But it's because I give total pure value. And it wasn't for a business reason. It was just like your duck one that you did. I did it because this is my favorite cake in the world, and my mom used to make it, and it's a family recipe, and I wanted to share it. That was it. And about a year later, I started to suddenly make, a little bit of money, just a little, a couple of cents here, there, a couple of dollars a month. And then in 2013, I was shocked. Suddenly, I was making consistently. Now, this is just ad revenue, which is not the way I recommend you make money online. But it's really cool to get paid to promote your business, right?
Yes.
It's like the coolest thing ever is to get paid to promote your business. So I started earning $20 a month every single month. The cake cost me less than $20 to make. I was getting 100% ROI every single month. And it was like, oh my gosh, how did this happen? And I need to do more of this. My little calculator brain was like, how many videos do I have to do before I can earn enough? Well, $20 a month, you have to do quite a few videos. And I left it at that. And for years, I left it at that. I was getting roughly 400, 500 views a day.
Is this with just the one video, or have you started adding more videos at this point?
I had started adding more videos, but they were sporadic. I was promoting, mindset things. I had my kids were uploading their videos. Like, it was all over the place.
Got it. So no real strategy at this point. You have a YouTube channel, but not a YouTube strategy at this point.
Yeah, exactly. No strategy at all until 2016, when I ended up in that coma. And I realized I had to now knuckle down on this because doing something else was not an option, right? Online business was my only option, and YouTube was my traffic source because I was out of, a job work. It would be years before I would get any help from the government for my disability. It was very stressful. And I decided, well, I never take no, so I'm just going to make this work. First of all, I'm going to heal my lungs regardless of what they say, and I'm going to make money regardless of what they say. So those are my two goals in life, and I'm doing well so far.
Those are great goals.
Oh, so I started learning. So this first year, I just took time to learn as much as I possibly could from YouTube. How the algorithm worked, how to make thumbnails, how to do titles, how to video, how to SEO, how to promote everything. And then look what happened in this section here. I was suddenly earning or getting like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views a day. And I was earning more like $80, $100 a month from one video. I'm like, okay, now I could do more of these videos. Now it's making more interesting if you're just focusing on the ad revenue. Then I decided I need to test and tweak. Well, every time you test and tweak, your views drop until the algorithm can catch up and figure out what you're doing. So now I actually use this video as my search place or my research place for SEO. And I started earning consistently for a couple of years that, $80 to $120 kind of thing. Then, of course, COVID hit and everybody was home. And what were they doing? Well, they couldn't go out and get a birthday cake for people's birthdays. So they were watching my video. And I was earning $400 plus every single month just from ad revenue from this video. I don't know how many people can bake a cake and then earn $400 a month every month afterwards.
It's pretty impressive. Right? Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? And then, of course, people started going back to work. So the view volume went down and then it went back to normal here around that 3,000-4,000. Then I decided to just keep this video as my testing ground. So you can see I'm constantly testing in here. And everything that I test is what I then want to share on my channel with you guys. So that's cool. But anyway, so I wanted to just show you what is possible here for your channel, that again, those how-to things, are going to start driving the traffic. And then if you're ready to move your channel or your website to Groove, which we need to do before we start building it out, Donna, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then you can have your website is just, make it your brand and just literally have it fun areas where it's like your vlogs, your how-tos, and just more like your library, because you know how to do, marketing. So if you're going to market, you're going to send them to an opt-in page. It's not going to be your main page anyway, right?
Right.
And have it as your home base. And then they can have links to all the tools that you love, which you can use affiliate links for. And one of the really cool things is, let me just go back to talking to you face to face here. You can,
I can do that.
Back. Yeah. And then I will get back to your header graphic in a second, but I just want to show you how important this is. So I promote a ton of different kinds of things on my channel, things that have helped me over the past, I don't know, including Groove, right? Because got this guy here, right? Yep. Oh. And so you can do that with your videos. But the thing is, YouTube has to know, like, if you just have one video, it's very random and it's not going to drive a lot of traffic. It will help your current viewers for sure, but you won't rank for that particular one. So we want to be very strategic on how. So in your case, we might come up with a main key phrase for your channel, which we'll have to work on. And then it can be, you know, that key phrase, best art supplies for that key phrase or whatever it is, so that it can start ranking as well. And then consistently do at least 2 or 3 videos, optimally 10 plus, but 2 or 3 is fine to get started, using those different tools and just mentioning it in there, those kind of things. So if that's just one thing that we can use, but I just wanted to mention that. Let's go back and I'm going to show you the header area because that's what we were talking about. So, I'm clicking on the image in StreamYard rather than my browser. Here we go.
I do that all the time and get very upset when it doesn't work for me.
It looks clickable. It's so funny. So we need a header graphic, and this is what I want you to do. I want you to put your text in the center, and this is why. I don't know if actually, because I'd have to share the whole screen to show you. So let me just stop sharing and I'll share the whole screen. And let me just minimize my other things so they don't get distracting. All right. And I am going to now share screen. Thank you guys for your patience while I keep finding where I am. Entire screen. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you can see the entire screen, right? And we're just going to get, oh, look, there's me on stage in a chorus line.
Oh, how awesome.
I can't wait to get back on stage again. That's one of my goals as well. Okay, so when it's full screen, it's in the center, which is fine. But if this is on a big computer screen, so you want to see, well, how would it look on a laptop? How would it look on, this is just like with Groove. We make all the different sizes and stuff too, right? And let me just.
And that's a mobile view. Yeah.
Right. And then the mobile view, which it doesn't have this button across center on mobile. It just has it because it's on the thing. But you can see how it's in there. Well, on the mobile view, that center bit actually goes all the way across and you don't see the side bits. You only see the center bit with maybe a hint of the side. So you want to make sure that your text is in that area. And when you go to upload, it will actually show you that. I think I could actually show you that in here. Let's just have a look here in the settings. And I go to channel. And let's just see here. Oh, I'd have to open it up to show you, which that's fine. We won't worry about that now. But it will actually let you know the sizes. It'll show you how it will look on a TV, on a laptop, and so on before you upload it. And then you can adjust and re-upload. So what do you put on the sides? So on the sides, you just want to have some sort of psychological something there that shows what your channel is about and possibly your authority or your credibility, right? So I have an image on the right of my family. So the idea of trying to help you have like, you know, a healthy, wealthy lifestyle where you can just have time with your family and friends. And I have the word subscribe with a little arrow pointing down to, oh, the subscribe button, right? I have a link where people can go to sign up for my free, 10-part online business course. And on this side, I have some of my videos that just show the different kinds of videos. And again, it's just more, it's all subtle. It's all in the background. So for you, we'll have to work maybe privately on your title, but we'll say something along the lines of, foxy art or something. We'll come up with something, but yeah, but also that's related to you as well as related to the viewer, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be true to me, what I'm doing, but also be a benefit.
Yes,
because
exactly.
It's a headline.
It's a headline, exactly. Yeah, and you know how to do headlines. Goodness, you're internet marketing genius, so that'll be easy. And so, yeah, so I'm just going to call it your
link. I had no idea you could put a link in your header.
I'll show you. Okay, so we're going to go into your settings and let me see here. No, wait. I want to go into customize, which for some reason I don't see here. Did you love it when you're, doing things and you're like, okay, where is it? Oh, I
Maybe
know
it's
why.
because you're in content.
No, it's because I'm in a video. That's exactly why.
Yeah.
Here it is, customization. And now it will probably show me exactly what I wanted to show you. But anyway, so in your basic information, you put your little blurb about you, obviously, also letting them know why they want to watch your channel and subscribe. And, down here you add links. And then you can choose how many links do you want to add to your channel banner. And you really don't want to have too many. 5 is actually the maximum anyway. And what I recommend is one of them is your call to action, whatever it is. The subscribe link is awesome. It's just another opportunity for them to subscribe. And then I just have like my main website, my blog, and my Facebook. That's it. But they're little. The first link will get words. The other ones don't, which is really nice so that it's not distracting. Because as you know, as a marketer, you don't give too many choices because then they don't choose, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So I want to quickly go through. So now that we talked about the channel banner, one more thing is you can absolutely put a picture of yourself and maybe with holding some artwork or the art tools or something like that and showing how happy you are. You could even, have an art smock on or whatever. And your name, just to subconsciously get them used to seeing your name. And if you're going to be consistent, which will help you, just like a TV show, people go every Monday to watch Friends, for example, right? Which they no longer do, but you know what I mean. It will help your returning subscribers to know when to count on you, and it does create some excitement. But don't worry about doing this right away until we know your schedule.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
seems
something
a
to
little
consider.
overwhelming at first, but
Exactly.
definitely when it's not so hard to create a video. Right now, it is so hard for me to wrap my head around all of that.
I have left this on my banner, but I actually took some time off from doing that. So I have not been consistent on that. So I'm not, just like you said about not being a good example for Groove, I'm not a good example for this. I was. And all right. So now what I would like to do, and we can go back to just our faces again.
Okay.
There.
We'll do that.
All right. Because I want to walk you through these because I know I want to keep this a reasonable time for you. And I keep doing this the wrong way. This is the one that I put together for you. So I've got 5 core pillars. I'm just calling them pillars of how to get your videos to get the views and the subscribers. And I'm going to show you a couple of things that we're going to do. So the first one is video research ideas. So before we start anything else, we're going to do some video research. So let's just do some video research. So let's go to, you can actually switch back over and I clicked on the StreamYard picture again. Oh my goodness.
For those of you watching, that PDF or that booklet that Amanda held up is a printout of the PDF that we have dropped into the chat. So if you scroll up in the chat, you will see a link from me or from Groove, which is me, with that link to be able to download that PDF. It is in our Facebook group, our main Facebook group, under the files, or there is a link to Amanda's channel that I am going to also drop in the Facebook group.
All right.
If you'd like to join Amanda's list and also get that download, you can join Amanda here. And then I'll just drop that link in. Oops. I need to get that link again. I want to make sure that everybody can find you.
Thank you. Yeah, this is the Groove with Amanda. I'll show it here as well, just so they can see what it looks like. So when you get there, isn't like, what is this? Okay, YouTube. Nice and simple. I kept it simple. So just Groove with Amanda, which is easier to spell, or you can go to Amanda Vandergulik, either one, but /YouTube. This is the one. That's the book. So if you want to be on my list and learn more things, you can do that. And otherwise, just grab the free one in the Groove group. That's fine too. Okay, but what I want to do is we're doing market research for your groovy art inspiration channel. I'm kind of liking that. where do you think, Donna, we should go to get the most accurate and helpful information for figuring out what your main keywords should be for your channel?
Probably YouTube
Yes.
itself. YouTube itself in the search bar is where I would go first.
Yes. So YouTube, and we're also going to go to Google. We want to go directly to the source. These are the two places we are going to go to have a look. And so what we do is we type in here. And look, I just clicked in there. Now, of course, it remembers me, so it's got all these removes. But if I type something totally new that I've never done before, so like art, or how, give me an idea, Donna, of how would you search for art that's going to inspire you?
I would look for, say, acrylic painting tutorial.
Okay. Probably helps if you spell it right? There, look.
Yes.
I only typed in ACRY.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what's popped up here?
Top one's acrylic painting. Yep.
These are the top searches in YouTube. So these are a fantastic place to get started. So acrylic painting for beginners would be a perfect keyword to start our focus for your channel. Mm-hmm. And then as we branch out to other things, then we would choose other niches within that painting niche, right? Because acrylic painting for beginners. And I am going to quickly open up a secret weapon, which I'll show you in a second, as soon as it logs in. Okay. Now we're also going to do the same thing in Google, because we want to rank not only in YouTube, we want to rank in Google. And so people type for things slightly differently. And we're going to see. So again, I only did half. And you can see here, the first one comes up is acrylic nails. So in Google, they're looking for, nails. Whereas in YouTube, when we did acryl, it was, paint. Oh, that one's on top. So painting for beginners, and then the nails as well, tutorials, step-by-steps, abstract painting. And then in Google, you can see painting ideas, acrylic robotics. Who knew?
Yeah.
Right? Or acrylic coffee table. There you go, Donna. You're going to paint a coffee table. Oh, actually, you're going to come paint my coffee table.
Okay.
Yeah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that key phrase that we chose, acrylic for beginners. So let me just grab that. And we're going to head over to, and this is a tool that I use. And again, there are links in this, but it's vidIQ. You can use some of it for free, and then it's like a $10 per month upgrade to use the full thing. So it's totally worth the $10. But I used the free level for years, and I would because it says you a lot more time to use it that way. Yes. So I'm going to click that in, and let's have a look. So an overall score of 42. So if your channel was already around acrylic painting for beginners, you'd have a pretty decent chance of ranking. Starting out, it's a little bit lower, but that's okay, because we're going to find ones that are in the green. But look at the search volume. 100, and this is per month, right? So 112,000 people search for this every single year. Do you think there's a market for this?
Yes.
Right? And your competition is high, fair enough. So let's go over to all of the related keywords. And then we're going to sort by this. So the overall, because what vidIQ does is it takes the search volume and the competition. And then in my case, because I'm signed in, it also checks my channel to see how I would rank well. And so then you would have a look down here. What you want to really find are ones that have a decent search volume and low competition. The more important of the two, though, is the amount of search volume, since we're doing SEO and we're not worrying about ads so much. We're going to have a look down here. Cactus painting. I could see you painting a cactus, and apparently people want to see cactus paintings, right? You might know what this means. The More method of painting. It's probably a certain artist. The More art school.
I'm going to look up those videos.
Tulip flower painting for beginners, especially now with Easter coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, you're looking for anything that's over 1,000 views per month. You will have ones that are ridiculous, like this one down here, art, 1.1 million, but it's very broad.
I'm not going to try to rank for the keyword art.
right? It's very high competition. No, you're not going to, but you will add that keyword into your channel name and into the end of your videos, like in
Right.
your tags, but not because you're expecting to rank for it, but so that it can start helping you rank for that as you do all these other videos, right? And so what I like to do is then search just the high search volume and have a look for an idea. Let's see. So drawing is very high. Again, we don't want to just do drawing, but to keep in mind that people are looking for drawings of things. So that's good to know. Bob Ross. I love Bob Ross.
I am doing a Bob Ross painting series. I just finished painting all of the paintings from his season 1.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm planning on doing all the seasons of Bob Ross.
I will have to send you pictures from my art book because I have done quite a few of his paintings.
I'd love to see them.
Yeah, I'll send them to you. So acrylic painting, look at that. So 300,000, again, very high competition, but still more important that could be a base keyword for your channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just looking to see abstract painting, also high. I really want to scroll down now that we have it in order of high. Short feed. We might have to get a little more specific. Let's go to how to paint for beginners and then have a look at what comes up there. Not quite. Let's see what other acrylic, how to use acrylic paint maybe, or how to make, let's use the cactus and just see if that one actually pops up. How to
paint cactus.
Yeah, and acrylic cactus. If I spell it right. All right, so look at this. So a much better chance of ranking, very low competition with over 1,000 views. That is awesome. So that is something that could be one of your first paintings. It will take some time. Like you'll take a day where you just focus on, I'm just going to do some research. Now I say a day, don't take a whole day. Literally like sit down and give yourself an hour, but that's just your focus for the day is today. I'm not doing anything other YouTube related to my channel, other than just focusing on getting some research, getting some ideas, some videos that I can create for my channel. And but yeah, that's a really cool one. So, and there are, let's see here, a cactus acrylic painting. So there are more like that too. Anyway, that's just one idea. I want to show you as well. Let me just see. Oh, I remember what it was. Sorry, I just had one of those moments when you forget things. In the search, so in our search here, overview, have a look down here. Okay, this one didn't do it. We had it when we just did acrylic painting, so let's do that one. Or even this one, acrylic painting for beginners. And then there are questions. These are great videos to use, ideas as well. How to paint acrylic paintings for beginners, you know, how to draw a couple under the moonlight, right? Like different things. And again, you would just look for ones that are low. How to paint a lone fairy light. Okay, so very long, but you get the idea, right? It helps you come up with ideas as well. So I just wanted to share that. In the PDF, I've got other resources you can use as well, just to help you get ideas. So that's the first step. And I'll go back to just face by face.
So can we do one more thing on there while we're in there?
Sure.
Because very popular in the art community is sketchbook tours. And that's the first thing that I uploaded was a sketchbook tour.
Okay.
I'd like to see,
Yeah, so the search volume, now that's just that particular way of typing it. Mm-hmm. And so related sketchbook, together. See, I put space. See how much of a difference that made? Instead of 1,000, there are 271,000. That's a big difference for one space.
Huge difference, yeah.
Right? So even though it's got high competition, it would still be a really good keyword to use for like your vlog style videos. Right?
I very much want to pat myself on the back for number 4 down there, sketchbook flip through.
Yes, I know. Look at you. And you started one with a low. That is so perfect.
Yes. That was accidental, but yeah.
That was like my how to bake a cake. You just, something higher told you what to do.
In that case, I've noticed that artists, when they post a sketchbook tour, they also post a flip through without them talking over it. So
Oh, yes.
a
And that's why you did
tour
the
is
post.
talking about
Yeah.
everything, and a flip through is with no talking. So that's why I did them both. And that's exciting.
And one thing that you could add, so you've got your tour one, and then you've got your flip through. And another one you could do with the same thing is make a short out of it.
Mhm.
And you want to aim your short to be roughly about 20 seconds. It can be anywhere up to 60. And like Deb mentioned, don't do 60, do like 58 to give a little bit of loading time, or else YouTube might classify it as a video instead of a short, which is a great tip that Deb shared. But I've noticed that you will get better watch through rate, and that will help YouTube suggest you more if you stick to that between 17 to 25 seconds. That seems to be the span for people on average to look at a short. Now, if you look at my channel, you see that all my shorts are just under a minute because I only just learned this. So I'm sharing something new that I've learned. And so I will be doing that more. I actually did a ridiculous one. You might find it funny. So you might have to go to my channel and watch my last one. It was definitely under 20 and it's ridiculous, but it got like over 400 views within like 2 days. I was like, okay, people like that. So that was cool.
All right. So the question, if we could just let her know what a short is.
Oh, yes, of course. So let me show you, because you don't have any on here. Let me go to my channel. So regular videos are called long form videos, and they can be anywhere from, well, they can literally be anywhere from any amount of time to any amount of time. Usually they tend to be anywhere from 3 minutes up to an hour. And on average, 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes is kind of the norm for a long form video. And then they also have what are called shorts, which, as you can see, show up different. And so this is the ridiculous one I was telling you about that did very well. And so a short is YouTube's way of being like TikTok and Instagram and Pinterest. And it's, you know how people scroll through their phones and they just watch a little promotion or a little video after little video after little video. That is YouTube's way of creating those shorts that people are used to seeing on Instagram and TikTok and so on. And they're usually more entertainment. They're not usually so much sales pitch kind of things. And you can see too, because I tried some here, it's like 30 views compared to ridiculous, almost 500 views, right? And so I'm trying things out. But you want to use shorts, not because it's going to give you really amazing subscribers, but it's going to bump up your views on your channel, which is going to make the algorithm think, wow, people like your channel. And the one thing that makes, well, there are many things that make it different from the other platforms. With YouTube Shorts, you can get monetized for them. So you can make ad revenue on them. It's ad sharing, which is cool. I know they do that, I think, on a few platforms as well, but you get more on YouTube than you do on the other platforms. But more importantly, it will remember the shorts that you were scrolling through on your phone. And when you're actually going through YouTube videos, it's going to now suggest videos from the person you were watching the shorts that you found so much fun. It's connecting them. And so in my short, I'll make sure the sound is off. I just want to, oh good, it's off. Show you, what do you mean it's ridiculous? I just want to find, so the description, in the description, I say, okay, and this one I did it a little bit longer, but watch the full video here, right? And then I have a link to the long form video. Also, so in a regular short, that's the only option, is to just put it in the description. And if I show you what they call a remix, which is this version, where I took one of my long form videos and then I just cut a snippet from it, added some text on top of it, and uploaded it as a short. Look what happens down here. Whoops, it moved on me. Gotta love that. Let me try that again. Shorts really are better on a phone than on a computer. But down here, do you see my face down here? And right above it, it's got this arrow. And it says, created from this. And then it's got, oh, here it is. Right above the arrow, it's got this new YouTube AI fast and so on. If you click on this picture, it should. Now it does it on a phone. I don't know if it does it on here. Okay, so on a computer, it just brings you to my channel. On a phone, it actually brings you to that video, the long form video. So
Okay.
you find like the juiciest part of your video, and maybe a picture, an area where you were going to paint something and then it got like rubbed away and you were just about to start again, and now they're like curious, well, what did you do with it? And they go to the long video to watch it.
Got it. And I
The
could
long
also
videos
use
convert, the
from
short video. Yeah.
Deb's suggestion with the Instagram Reels. I could also use the same video that
Yes.
I've created as an Instagram Reel for a YouTube Short.
Yes. To save time, only make one
Yeah.
and
Good.
upload it to all the different platforms, because that's totally allowed.
I love
And then
that.
you're not wasting a lot of time trying to create a bunch, and make it on purpose. A great one for internet marketers is, once you've created a video, let's say it's a how to bake a cake video, you could create when you're finished recording that, you could just grab your phone and record a short saying, maybe you're licking the dough, or not the dough, the batter. You'd think I would know that off your finger, and you're going, oh my God, that is so good. I just made this video showing you my favorite sponge cake in the world. Go check out my video, right? And then you can use it as a fun way to advertise the video you are focusing on.
Nice. I like that. I have a practice where after I finish a piece, I find my favorite part of it.
Yeah.
Since I started, I make sure that I have a favorite part of every piece of work that I've done, even if it's only a little dot of paint here or there, or a way that I had a brush stroke. I find the joy, and that would be a great topic for a.
Those are perfect for it. Yeah, exactly. And perfect to be able to create the small little shorts for. So that was the first one, is video research. I want to just quickly mention what the other 4 are. I know we can't get into all of them, but we can do that again. Well, you and I can do that again more in detail later. Anybody else can go through the PDF, and I put my email in there too, so feel free to reach out, that kind of thing. The second pillar, though, that is really important that we talked about is your thumbnail and your click-through and your title. So your click-through ratio, because if people are not clicking on the thumbnail, which you saw when I showed you the analytics of my cake video, these thumbnails it was the same thumbnail, because I actually tested that, but the title was totally off and the rest of the SEO was off, and it wasn't getting views. So a simple fix by changing your thumbnail, and I tried a bunch of different ones, they seem to like this one the best, and changing your title is huge. But the trick is to actually, I'm trying to find you again, Donna. Like, where'd you go? There you are, StreamYard. Okay, found you. I feel lost when I can't see you, because you're so sweet. All right. So what you want to do with the thumbnail is you have to make sure that it shows a promise and that you definitely answer it in the video. That is so important. It can be a click-through, or what do they call it? Clickbaity title, as long as you actually deliver.
It's not clickbait if you deliver, right?
Exactly. So, and in a minute, I'll show you a really simple video outline that'll help them watch all the way through the end.
Oh, nice.
Because you want to have watch through rates over 50%. That triggers the algorithm to say, hey, people like this and they find it valuable. I'm going to show it to more people like these people. That's the coolest thing, is it finds people who already like it and finds more similar kinds of people. So cool. So yeah, some tips on that is put your main key phrase in the beginning of your title. If you can, if it makes logical sense, it will help. If you put it later in the title, it's okay. If it doesn't make sense to put in the title at all, that's okay. There are so many steps of where to put things, but if you can, it will help. So with my how to bake a cake, I could have, and you want to make the second part really sexy, give them a reason to click on it. How to bake a cake without an oven, right? Without milk, without butter, right? Whatever it is, using a whisk. Yeah, something that is different to what they expect. Or it could be specifically what they're looking for. How to bake a cake for beginners at home, right? But some reason and promise. I mean, I'm promising I'm going to show them how to bake a cake. And if I don't deliver that, they're not going to come back to me. And YouTube's going to know, right? All right. So that was really quick for that one. There is more, but I don't want to take up a ton of time on that one, because this one's really important. And it's how to get that watch through rate on your video. So Donna, this is what I want to do for some of your videos. This is not something you can do on all of them if you're going to be showing, flip book styles and things like that. But on any of the how-to ones, you can totally do this. And the script is simple. You want to start with your first 5 seconds is letting them know that they are absolutely in the right place. That you're delivering that promise, right?
Yeah.
And it's
So
your hook. And as a
in this
as a
video,
marketer,
I'm
you
going
know
to
how to
teach you how to use clear gesso to make any cheap paper into watercolor paper. Period.
Yeah, exactly. And
That's
to
the
say it
thing.
in a way that's like, if you want to use clear gesso, like you are in the right place,
Yeah.
you know,
Got it.
and yeah. And then the next thing is, and these are optional. So the hook is not optional. You have to grab their attention and make it relate to your thumbnail and title, right? And then the next thing is optional, and that is to create an intro, but don't make your intro longer than 5 seconds max. And it would probably just be your name with a bunch of pictures of your pictures and you painting, a little bit of music. You could totally do that. That's for branding. It's not necessary. If you want to build your brand, it's something you can add. It won't harm as long as it's less than 5 seconds.
Got it.
All
I've
right.
definitely been on some channels where their intros are very, very long.
Oh, right. Yeah. People just want to get straight to the goods. They really do. So you don't need it. I would honestly, for most things, don't do it unless you're doing like a 10-part series and you're trying to brand the series. Maybe then. The next is again optional. You can throw it in anywhere else, but you could do a quick welcome. Hi, I'm Donna Fox, and I started a little bit later in life with the acrylic painting, but I fell in love and I can't wait to show you. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, if you're, I'm making it longer now, but if you also started later and you're not sure what to do, then definitely you'll want to check out my channel, subscribe, because that's what I'm going to help you with. But you'd make it short.
Got it. And then today we're going to, and then go into the content. Yeah.
Yeah. But one of the main things that I struggled with is, and then what did you say? Clear. What was this thing you just said?
I'm going to show you how to use clear gesso to make any paper into watercolor paper.
Yes. Yeah. So you would be like, so now let's dive straight into. Yeah, so now let's just dive straight into, I'm going to show you exactly how to do what you just said, which I can't repeat.
Yeah, no worries.
And this is the important one. This is the reason they're going to watch your video, okay? You're going to say, and not only that, in a moment, I'm also going to show you how I fixed it when I accidentally did this thing, or, whatever it is. Or in a moment, I'm going to show you a simple trick I had never thought of that made this so much easier. Something related to your main content. It's like the Frank Kern technique, right?
Yeah.
Or the Mike Filsaime technique, right? It's the in a moment, and then you just deliver your main content.
Yeah.
Then,
so that's called opening a loop for those of you. In terms of the psychology, when you tell someone you're going to do something, it opens a mental loop that people have the urge to have closed. So it hooks them. You'll hear people refer to a hook all the time. It hooks them in because you've opened the loop and now they're psychologically craving that loop closure. So
exactly. And they would feel incomplete to not find out.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case scenario, they're just going to skip ahead to find it. They're that desperate, which is okay, because that just shows the algorithm, oh, there's something in this video people want to see. So that still works.
Yeah.
And then you need to deliver on that second promise after you've delivered your main content. So remember I said I was going to show you this thing. Let me show it to you now. But there's one more thing you need to know. Guess where I'm going with this one, Donna?
I have no idea. I have no guess here.
We want to help YouTube keep people on YouTube because it will reward us for keeping people on the platform as much as we want to take them to our website.
So the call to action shouldn't necessarily be go to my website. It should be like, subscribe, watch this next video. If you like this video.
Yes. And we strategically figure out which videos are going to do which thing. Because just like with other internet marketing, we want one main call to action, right?
That makes sense.
And when you're just beginning, the main call to action is we want them to watch another video. We want to get YouTube happy. We can put a link in our description above the fold, right? Where people see it before they have to click see more. But we want to say, oh my gosh, wasn't that incredible? Like when I learned how to do this gel thing, whatever, I'm saying the wrong words, but there was another thing that, and then whatever's related. And I'm going to head over here and I'll see you right here. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And you point to where you're going to place the video.
Got it. So when I did the duck sketchbook, which
Yeah.
was a present from my husband. And I took a year to paint all these ducks. Well, while I did that, I did another sketchbook at the same time. So I have another sketchbook tour that I need to film and get out there.
I can't wait
Because
to
it was
see
a
it.
surprise for him. I often had two paintings going at the same time. And if he would walk past my art desk, I'd pull the yes. So I made a lot of art this past year.
Oh, wow.
Some of the duck ones I even showed him before I put the duck in. I showed him like a landscape and then went back in later and added the ducks to it. So I made a lot of art this past year. A lot of it was just subterfuge, trying to hide and keep it a secret. So that means that one of my next videos, that as soon as I'm ready to create it, is ready to go, is another sketchbook tour. So I can say, if you've liked this sketchbook tour, check out my first sketchbook tour here. And that
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And we don't want to close the video, right? We don't want to say, I hope you really enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. You know, we don't want to give those psychological messages that the video is ending. Is like, and the next thing that we're going to cover is this, which you can watch over here, right? And
that is
and
crazy profound.
Right?
That is
Isn't it?
hugely profound. Like, I feel like I just had an enormous aha. Because I think it's on our nature to close. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to see my next video versus continuing the conversation. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
You have to just think of the close as a sales close.
Yeah.
Instead of a goodbye close.
Yeah.
Right? Even
Thank
if your channel's not about sales, it's just about getting them to watch more of your videos.
Right. Well, I mean, it is about sales. Life is about
Mhm.
sales. I'm
Yeah.
selling me right now. I'm selling, the benefit of following me and seeing pretty pictures.
It's a good benefit. And I think you should make these secret gems for your husband every year so that you always have to paint a lot. Just think how fast you'll grow your talent.
I have started art every day. So, yeah. And
for
it's
anybody who is taking Donna's word for the fact that she's still not that good, she still has to grow. No, she's really good. Yes, we all can grow, but oh my God, is she good?
Oh, thank you.
I have seen the change. Oh my God, I am so impressed.
I have definitely grown over this last year since it became
I'm a
something
bit
I did
embarrassed to
every
show you
day.
my Bob Ross in comparison.
Oh, no. We all start. None of us are born painting.
All right, so I'm not going to go too much more into the script part because that's pretty much it in a nutshell. In here, I laid out more exactly what it is.
Thank you so much for this resource for both me and for everybody who's watching too. It's very generous of you.
I know what it's like. You want to learn, and then you're like, what was I supposed to do?
Right. There are also so many courses. There's so much training, and it's really helpful to have a friend like you that can distill it down for me. So thank you.
Well, my pleasure. So 2 last ones, and that is, well, this is, of course, I've already, what is the word? Oh my gosh. I apologize. My brain does not work as well in the afternoon because I get less oxygen.
No worries. Take your time.
Video SEO. So I've already alluded to this already, and it's video SEO. So I'm not going to take too much time right now going through them since you don't have a video ready. I'm not very good at pointing this, but I listed them all out, the title, the description, but I give you some ideas of what to do in each.
Okay.
And I've decided, I'm really passionate about this. I'm actually going to start doing more videos on my channel, going through this book and actually just doing videos about the pieces. I thought that would be really helpful. So if you guys like that, just subscribe to my channel.
Well, I'm thinking this video right now is on Gru's channel and, Gru's properties. But if I start doing art marketing videos, shouldn't this be on my art channel as well?
You can, yes, but what you can do though, you can simply put this in a playlist on your channel.
Yeah.
So that is perfectly fine. You don't want to duplicate a video because that's not allowed, but you can totally link it to it. I'm going to put this in a playlist on my channel too. Obviously.
Got it. So sorry.
No worries.
Actually, step by step, rather than downloading the video, re-uploading it to my channel, just create a playlist with art marketing and put this actual video link in it.
Exactly. Here again, I'm
Along with
click on the
anybody
StreamYard
else's
one.
that I want to. Like
Yeah.
I'm just kind of being aware that you can do that, or at least thinking about the capabilities of that, rather than talking about art inspiration. I can have a playlist of these are some tutorials that I've done.
Yes,
of other
exactly.
people's
So
work.
I'll show you on my channel here. So people come to your main channel, and then they've got, your home, your videos, your shorts, any of your lives, your playlist. You also get a community tab where you can, chat with people, which is great. But you have playlists as well. Sorry. And in the playlists area, mine looks kind of wonky because right now I'm looking at it from my view as the owner of this channel. It looks a little bit nicer if you guys go to it. But on the home page, what I do is I choose specific playlists to showcase. And this is something you do in your channel. Oh my gosh, what is it called? Customization in here.
Oh yeah.
So a trailer for your channel, which we can work on later. To begin with, like, don't stress if you guys don't have a trailer for your channel. What is a trailer? Go watch mine. It'll show you exactly what a trailer is. It's literally just helping people understand what your channel is about and what they can expect. Keeping in mind, it's all about what is interesting for them, right?
I wrote a script for that.
Blog style.
I do have a script for that video.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
so I have a plan for it.
That's perfect. And we update them over time. So yeah, if you don't have one yet, what you can do is just use that area to promote one of your videos that you want to get views on. And so there are two trailers you can use. One are for people who haven't subscribed yet. So that's where you're literally talking, you're pretty much selling them on your channel, right? The next one is for people who are subscribers. They see a featured video. So I happen to put my channel trailer there because it's new, so I wanted them to see it. But in another week or so, I'll change that out and I'll just have my newest video there every time. Because if they're already subscribed, I don't need to talk them into subscribing to my channel, right? But I want them to see my latest video. So I like that they have that option. And then down here, featured sections, you can add sections up to 12. And of course, I've used them all. And so I created a playlist called Newest Uploads. YouTube actually has an uploads playlist, but the more playlists your video goes into, it helps the algorithm. And then you can choose which ones you actually want to show as your newest upload. So I just created one that is called Newest Upload. And then what I wanted to show you down here. So if you want to put this video from today on your channel, but it's not like your main thing, but it's like an extra thing that just shows some credibility that you're an artist and you're an internet marketer and you know how to help other artists kind of thing. And you can just put it on your main channel page to begin with, just as its own video. Because I have playlists here. You can also choose videos to showcase. And yeah, and then as your channel grows, then you can pop it down into a smaller one and then just have like multiple. So I have multiple ones here, for example, and these are just reviews, tools that I use to build a healthy, wealthy online business and life, right? So then I've got, the different ones. Oh, I don't know. Groove is in there. I don't know why. Right? Or down here, like I put this one down at the bottom. You can see it better on my channel. I put this one down at the bottom because people might be wondering, why aren't you baking cakes? Like the majority of people coming to my channel are wondering, where are the cake videos, right? And so I explain, like, I was in a coma. This is what happened. Oh, and my lungs are actually slowly healing. And this is what I've been doing, right, to do that. And here are your cake videos, right? So that kind of thing. But that's not my main focus anymore. So it's on the bottom. And on the very bottom, you can also recommend certain channels. So, of course, I've got Xanthi.
Very nice.
And I've got my friends, Connor and Christine, that you met on the cruise from Amelia Island Microgreens. But yeah, so you don't want to put a whole bunch, just the ones that make sense for your channel. Yeah. Anyway, so that was that. And let me find.
And let me just beat a dead horse a little bit. Oh, that's a terrible expression. Let me just put a fine point on this. So rather than download and re-upload, and I could, pardon me, I know you understand this. I could download, add a frame or intro video and re-upload it if I wanted.
You could, because you don't have a ton of views yet, you can totally do that. Whenever you take down a video, keep in mind, like if you've just uploaded it that day and to take it down, that's fine. You can re-upload it tomorrow. The algorithm hasn't had time to notice it really. But if you've had it running for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, like you have, take it down, but wait 7 days before you re-upload it, or else it might consider that it was like a duplicate.
Okay.
So that's just a little extra bonus tip there. If you already have like my cake decorating, or sorry, my cake video, there are things I would love to change about it, right? I would love to change the ending so it makes more sense for my channel, but it has over 6 million views. And if I take that down, all that information is gone. And I want to use it for stats. I want to use it to help other people. So I've decided it doesn't matter, right? And overall, you tend to want to just leave the videos up that you have up, because it does help the algorithm as well over time. Just realize, oh, they were doing this and they were doing this. Like I actually, on one channel, and this is rare, this is not something, and absolutely not something other YouTube gurus would ever recommend. I wouldn't even recommend it. But because of the SEO, I actually rank for cakes. I rank for financial literacy for kids. I rank for growth funnels. I rank for, Jeff Walker, like all these different things, for mind music, all these different things that are not related. I rank on the first pages of YouTube and Google for free because I've been consistent, even though it's all over the place. I've been consistent with my all over the place.
Yeah.
I've made enough videos on each of those that I'm considered somebody that should be showcased for that thing, which is so cool. And I really struggled because for a while there, and this was after my comment, I wasn't doing very well. And I knew the logical, most rational thing to do was to create separate channels, have a cake channel, have an internet marketing, like have these different channels, and it will grow faster. So if you're just starting out, stick to one thing, one niche. But if you already have a channel that's built up over the years, don't stress about it. It is possible. You just have to reprogram the algorithm to understand. That's all. Yeah. That's all.
Pivots are definitely possible.
Yeah. 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 So anyway, those are the 5. Oh, the 5th step is promotion. And again, this you would understand, it's backlinks. Right? So when you upload your video, after it's uploaded, first of all, you want to watch your video all the way through. And yes, it'll be hard at first to start watching yourself. After a while, you really don't even notice it's you anymore. You become different about how you see yourself. But you start learning, oh, I say a lot. I could change that. Mm-hmm. Oh, I do this. That's actually really good. I'm going to keep that. Right? And you start learning. But it also tells the algorithm somebody watched your video all the way through. Even and it doesn't care that it was you. Now, you don't want to do this a ton, but watch it through a couple of times. That'll just kickstart the algorithm, and it will help you, learn from watching yourself. And the other thing is then you want to go and you want to share it within the first 4 hours. You just want to share it, your video, to your Facebook pages, to your personal Facebook, if it makes sense. My friends are kind of familiar with me being all like this nerdy and YouTubey. So they're like, yeah, man, it's got another video. And, but all those extra links, they help show YouTube, hey, not only are people liking this video on the channel, people are actually coming from other platforms to see this video. Mm-hmm. I should show this video more. And of course, one of the easiest ones is to create a groove blog, which takes you all of like 10 minutes.
It's just about to say that. I think every video.
5. Embed your video in your blog page and then watch your video on your blog page.
And pull the transcript from your video and use that to
for your subtitles. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
And put chapters in your description. I put examples of what that is in the book. But it's listing the chapters, because the chapters are not only nice for the viewer, that they can be like, how to bake a cake. Oh, I wanted the ingredients. I'll go to the ingredient section. Or I wanted to know how hot the oven needed, that kind of thing. But you strategically name those chapters a key phrase that makes sense for your video, and you actually will rank just for those chapters.
Okay.
Isn't that cool? I know this has been a lot, and that's why, like, don't get overwhelmed. We'll just take one step at a time. But I just wanted to give you a sense of everything. And this is only a tiny bit. I learned a new strategy from, well, you know him, Paul Murphy, that I had accidentally been doing. And I'm starting it on my channel now, and I'm starting to see the results. It's really cool. I had been sending an email to my list every Thursday with like an old video, like, oh, you might like this, kind of like a throwback Thursday thing. And I didn't realize that because I was doing that and sending traffic to older videos, it was triggering the algorithm. And so Paul came up with this way where you actually create a 10-part email sequence. And then every day you're sending them to your older emails and it starts triggering it. It's incredible. I put a link in there for you too.
And that makes sense too.
Yeah.
And I would imagine as a new content creator, there are going to be things that I'm excited about as I'm learning them that won't change. I learned how to draw a circle a few months ago, a freehand circle. That was, it took me 2 days to learn how to draw. And I drew hundreds of them. That might be a 3-minute video that I never have to do again. So somebody who comes to my channel in 2 or 3 years, that could be part of a lesson that initiates that video again, because it's a core topic that doesn't change.
And then you know what you also do? You create a Groove membership and you use it like a library. And you give it away as your opt-in, you know, just a free thing. And then you can always, if you have something later on, you can always upsell within it. But you can use it as your opt-in giveaway. And what you've done is you've organized the information for them. And
great point.
You embed the videos, so you're still driving traffic to YouTube.
The same content on my YouTube channel, the same content that's in my blog, just with a little more help working people through it. So a fundamental blog post might be posted this month, and I might post some fundamentals thing in a year. You could either sort through the blog or the YouTube channel to find it, or I've got my membership where it's organized.
Yeah, like in my case, I could have a membership where it's like, here are all the recipes. Here are all the different ways.
I'm not sure I would have thought to do that.
Right? Yeah, and you know what else is really cool? If you don't sell it, and this is only if you don't sell it, if you have mentors who have YouTube channels that have allowed embedding and it's helpful for your members, you can embed those in there too. As long as you don't sell it. And if you have a membership that you do sell, put it in a separate membership as a free bonus.
Oh, that makes sense, because you don't want to sell someone else's copyrighted.
You're not selling their stuff, but you are giving them traffic. And you're giving them recognition, and you're like, you're still helping them, and you're helping your members, and you're helping yourself.
Incidentally, guys, you can do this as an opt-in strategy. If you don't have a lead magnet, your lead magnet can be the 5 videos that you found on YouTube that you put on the thank you page after someone opts in. Doesn't have to be you providing the content.
Exactly. Or the 10 videos that, Donna, you're going to make about how to make a cactus. I'm just choosing something. And then that becomes your opt-in. Is literally just an email sequence. And this is what Paul was teaching me. So you got to go check it out, but it's just incredible. And then you're literally just feeding them back to the stuff they could look up, but now you've organized it.
Got it.
Yeah.
So how important have you found editing and polish and effects and all the fancy videographer stuff? How important is that to my channel?
It is not relevant until you get to that stage where you want it to grow. What is relevant? So quality over quality. Does that make sense? The value over quality. We'll do that. Value of the content is so much more than the quality of the picture or the sound. Now, of the two, picture and sound, if there's one thing you're going to invest in, a good mic. I'm using I think it's called a Blue Yeti. It was like $100. That is good, because if you, I have this 6 magical piggy banks video on my channel. You should watch it, because the audio is horrible, but it has over 46,000 views, right? So because the content, what the kids are learning is really good, they don't worry so much about it. You know, that was when I was considering pulling it. I might eventually re-audio that one, but audio first, because that is something that really bothered people. Simple lighting. Like right now, I don't even have my ring light on. I just have a window. It's actually a cloudy day, but I have it right on this side of me over here. And then on the other side, I have a white door. And so it's reflecting it back, and right against me, I have just the room light, and it's hitting me. So even though I'm not completely lit up, you can see I've got shadows. It's pretty darn good for simple lighting. You don't need a fancy camera. Your phone is perfect. I use it actually, and a webcam you can get for like, what, $35. You can use that. You can see that I dropped my webcam. There's like a little purple thing in the corner, but I thought it was appropriate since it's like your favorite color.
I love it.
I thought for Donna, we can have my purple webcam that the cat may have thrown on the floor. And you don't need big stands and stuff. Again, these are things you can graduate to whenever you're ready, because the nicer the lighting, the nicer the sound, the nicer the background. I mean, you guys have my office. Like, I've got some peeling stuff. Like, I could have a better background, but this is where I sit comfortably for my lungs. So right now, this is where I am, right? And that's thanks to my cats. Don't tell the landlord. Oh, actually, they were going to remove the wallpaper, so I said the cats would help them. And put your phone on books against something. That's your tripod. That's your stand, right? Like, Deb had some really great tools that she recommended as well, like the Gorilla. I think you actually have one of those, the Gorilla pods.
Yeah, I
so
have
you can
the Gorilla
hook it
thing.
above. Yeah, so you can hook it above to watch your drawings, right? That's really good. Another thing is, when you do get to the stage where you can have two videos, like you could probably have two video cameras, but a lot of people watching this may not be able to. And what you do is, when you get to that stage, or you use the webcam, right? And then you set up your phone on the side, and you take put it this way, and take a side view. Now you have two bits of footage that you can then flip back and forth from. Another trick is, you do part of your, now this is maybe not for your art ones, but maybe it's more of a, like, I want to teach you how to do something. So you see something, you're talking to the screen, you're doing this thing, and then you're like, okay. And then you go, now I'm going to tell you this other thing. And then you come back. Oh, and then you see groups below, of course. And then you come back. And so you can actually do everything all to the camera. And then you could do a second take just with a couple of quotes where you sit slightly different. And you could use that. Like, you can make it so
just
simple.
To change the visual pattern for people to keep them interested.
And another really simple one is, you have your wide, and then you do a close-up. And then you have your wide, and you do a close-up. It's so simple, but it's really great, because there will be times when you're like, oh, what was I going to say? Keep it rolling, because you can cut it. And then to make it flow, you just do it up close. And then you come back. Like, it's really simple. I use Camtasia for my editing, but you can use Canva, I think, has an editing program in it. Like, there are different ones that you can use. I got Camtasia like over a decade ago. That's why I use that one. I do love it.
I used Descript for the existing one. Descript has it has an AI voice creator.
I remember you saying that. Yes,
so I can change a word.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, and after it learns my voice, I can, if I say the wrong word, I could actually change it, and it will just deep fake the video to say that word.
I know, a computer generated Donna.
Yeah, it has the ability to do the zoom ins and outs. So I could have one camera take, and then it's actually kind of cool. Maybe this will be one of the next things. I'm not an expert yet. I need to find a Descript expert who can teach this. But you can kind of highlight an area of the transcript. So you upload a video and it gives you the transcript. You can highlight an area and punch in for just that section.
Yes.
You can also put stickers or banners or words over the screen, music. So
I think they have B-roll and stuff as well, right?
They do.
So just to give an example, A-roll is your main video, whatever it is. B-roll is video. So like I said, on the side, that would be B-roll. In your case, it could be an up close of you painting, right? Like a B-roll is
or
just
it could be an up close of someone mixing paint. It doesn't need to be me. If
No,
I don't
exactly.
B-roll, I can use stock B-roll for that.
And you can, as you start taking your own B-roll, put it in a folder to use over and over again for different things.
That is another thing that I like about Descript. You can develop your own library of B-roll. Yeah.
Perfect. I should look into Descript then, because yeah, I mean, I do love Camtasia, but no, it does not do that. So I should definitely look into that. Chat GPT, that's another thing. Anybody on this video, on this training right now, who has not watched the training that Mike did with Chat GPT, do so, because it will save you so much time with your video promotion. I know that if I post, you know, I share it, I have lots of different Facebook pages, right? So I'll share my video on all the different pages, and Facebook does not like it if I share the same post. It sees it as spamming. It'll let me get away with it, but it doesn't like it. It won't showcase it. And if you do it too often, it might actually close down on you. So you don't want to do that. So I'd have to constantly come up with, okay, slightly change it. But I only have so much energy. ChatGPT, I put, this is what the video is about. Give me a Facebook post. Now change it for this group. Now change it for this group. And I just copy paste. It is so much faster. And it helps you. You could take the video script layout. You could type in your theme, and you can say, using this script layout, lay out the things I need to have in this video. Nice. It's impressive. Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway,
we at Group are definitely going deep with AI. We're about to do a webinar next Wednesday with Mike on AI specifically. And then the following week, we're doing a Groovathon, all AI-based Groovathon. So we're going to talk about AI-generated images, content, video, audio, talk about some of these things like what you can do with Descript. We have found some amazing tools that are like deep fake tools that they look scarily like you. So it's fascinating.
I can't wait till it's all inside of Groove. Hint,
yes.
hint, nudge, nudge.
Oh, no hints needed. It's coming. It's definitely
okay.
coming.
Yes. Whenever people are like, why do you choose Groove? Well, why would I not?
Oh, well, thank you.
I mean, I don't know any other platform that will let you get started, first of all, for free. And then as you grow, you just build. I mean, like, hello, it's pretty easy choice.
That's definitely one of the things that I love about Groove is that we love our generous free program because it gives people a voice. And certainly anybody could start a YouTube channel for free, as we've talked about, or just for some minor equipment. But to be very effective, you want to get them to a website, you want to get them to be able to purchase. And I know now I have sold some of my art in the past. It's not my primary goal. It just kind of happens because I love to share my art.
Well, you have a lot of it, right?
I do have a lot of it, and it's very hard for me to part with any of it.
I know.
However,
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Before the end of this year, there will be a store in GrooveCart with at least one sticker and one print and one t-shirt and one mug.
I was going to say you need a t-shirt. Yes. And a hat.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that will happen before the end of this year. And it's not hard to make money as an artist. I know there's this concept of being a starving artist, but the reality is there are probably thousands of different jobs that you could have in an art career. But I truly think that the best one is just creating art. And Groove lets me create art and sell it without having to develop a platform of people. Yes, I am working on developing a following so that there are people that know Donna Fox, the artist. But in the meantime, if there are people that say, Donna, I really like that painting you did of a cactus, I can say, oh, go get my cactus sticker over here.
The acrylic cactus.
The acrylic cactus, exactly. I think I actually do have a cactus in the other sketchbook. So
that's so perfect. Okay, so we're definitely calling it acrylic cactus and more. No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And as you start researching and seeing, and then you'll see, you just type in things that you find interesting, and you can even use ChatGPT to say, look, these are the kind of videos I want to create. Give me a list of keywords. Take those to vidIQ and do your research.
Nice. Yeah. And I think that's the way that I would approach it, rather than letting the algorithm drive and see what are people. Yeah. If I want an idea, maybe I would go create a cactus video because we know that will rank well. But I think more likely I'm going to be creating what I feel like creating, want to create, and learning what I have developed a whole self-education curriculum. And that's really what I want to share with people, what I'm learning and from whom and what I'm getting out of it and why I think it's good.
Well,
Because
and that's where you can
I've had my mind blown so many times.
and like the muse of your painting is what you're doing because that's what you want to create, but you're using a style. So then you just use that in the keywords.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, no, there's so much opportunity, so much potential, and it's so exciting. And yeah, Groove has definitely made it easier. Donna knows me when I was still back in the try to, get this thing to talk to that thing. And anyway.
Well,
Save yourself a decade.
I'm so glad you joined us over at Groove. And Amanda, this has been huge. If you have a question for Amanda, we'll stick around for another minute or two. Go ahead and type it in the chat right now. If you've asked a question and I haven't asked Amanda the question, it means I missed it. So please retype in the chat. We don't want to miss anything that's come in.
Oh my gosh. And I totally missed that tab. It was on the private chat one. I see all the comments now. Oh, Tyra, Hoyt, you're welcome. Gilmar.
There's lots of love for you,
Gerda
Amanda.
or Gerda, however you say your name. That's so cool. I'm sorry I missed you guys. I am new to StreamYard, but not anymore. The duck book is awesome. You're right, Janelle. It really is. Oh my goodness. Yes.
I think my favorite part about the duck book is the amount of joy that I had just creating it.
So what did he think?
Oh, he was clearly touched that I had made, put so much effort into making something for him. So he teared up.
Oh, that makes it all worth it. That's so nice.
Yeah.
That is so sweet. Oh, let's see here. I've also seen Dan Wentworth. You're welcome. Oh, that's so sweet. Yes, I can't wait for you to implement it all too. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. Thanks guys for sharing your thoughts. I can't wait to see. Yeah. Feel free to send me your channel, if you go through my link, you'll get on my list, get my email address. Send me your links. I want to have a look at your channels.
Absolutely. I am. So here's my next steps from this. I always want to end these sessions that I'm having about growing my business with making a promise to you to do something. And my promise is that within a month, I'm going to give myself a month. It may not take that long. I will get the channel header up and make my next video post. And if all I do is one a month this year, that's all I'm going to do.
And your trailer, because you're almost ready for that.
Oh, and my trailer. Yeah. Oh,
header and trailer.
Can I run that script by you before we go?
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And while I pull that up, Omar just asked this question: is it possible to rank 2-minute videos on YouTube? So I'll let you answer that while I get the script.
Yes, it's not about the length of the video. And actually, the shorter the video, the better odds you have of people watching the whole video. So it will actually help you. So if you do a longer video, like people often ask, how long should a video be, to get ranked and so on? It needs to be as long as it needs to take to get across the content that's going to help or entertain your viewer. So if you can do that in 2 minutes, then the odds of you getting past 50% watch time are really big, and you'll probably get almost 100% watch time. If your video takes 10 minutes, and 10 to 15, people are used to that. So people will easily sit for 10 to 15 minutes. If it's longer, you tend to want to go either for a half hour or an hour. And it's specifically for like a longer, it's really more like an intense learning session. And they know going into it, it's an intense learning session. So they're not watching it going, oh my God, there's still another 50 minutes. They're like, oh, thank God there's another 50 minutes. And then it will, again, as long as you're not sidetracking, but giving what they came to look for, they came to watch, then they will stick around. So just aim for 50%. And yes, you can rank for 2-minute videos. You can rank for 30-second videos. Like, honestly, I have had it rank no matter what the length was.
Wonderful. All right, here's my script, and you can critique it. Hi, I'm Donna Fox. Welcome to my channel, where I'm sharing my journey of learning how to be an artist. I recently asked myself this question: how would I approach my hobby, art, if I were training for it to be my career? And that's what this channel is about. You can expect me to share the steps I'm taking on my journey to professional artist and the resources I'm using for my learning path. So don't expect a lot of fancy transitions and edits in my videos, at least not at first. I'm excited to film my first sketchbook tour soon, so you can tell I wrote it before I did that.
Yeah.
And give you some real time and speed paintings, drawings, and those kinds of videos to watch if that's your thing. Personally, I love watching art creation with or without commentary. I sometimes joke that my favorite entertainment is simply watching paint dry. I love talking about and sharing things that I'm learning. So if you're interested in art or just curious about how you might become an artist, then subscribe to my channel and say hi. And if you want to know more about me and my background, I have a video with a brief history of my arting practice that you can head over to next.
That is so good. So honestly, okay, first of all, I can totally tell that you're an internet marketer, but not in a bad way, because it comes across so, fluid and so personable, and you've added certain things in there that people will get, like the waiting for the paint to dry, like things that'll make them like chuckle and be like, oh yeah, no, I've been there, I've done that, But you also are very strategic in what you're showing them what it's about, and you're getting them interested. So that's really good. The only thing that I would change is that anything that relates to it being in that present moment. So like the flipbook thing,
Yep.
You would just say whatever you have on your channel, you would say, yeah. So as an example, you love checking out my flipbook thing and tell a little story that I did on the sly to surprise my husband, that kind of thing. And but try not to mention a year, try not to mention what is still coming that hasn't come yet, except for the fact that you can say my journey, that's perfectly fine. But just to keep it so that the video is relevant no matter when they see it until your next channel trailer.
Right. But clearly, if I had done it, it would already be out of date. So I'm glad I didn't record that.
And that is fine, because then people would look for it and be like, oh, it's already there. Yay, it's already there. So it's minor.
Well, awesome. Thank you. I will make some edits based on your feedback, and I will get that recorded and posted before the end of February, probably. Yeah, I've got 2 weeks to do that. I can do that. Okay. I can make a promise that will be done.
Everybody on here, give Donna a yay emoji or something like that, or a clapping emoji, just saying we are ready to watch your channel trailer.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all of you. Amanda, you are just truly amazing. I cherish you so much as a friend, and thank you for sharing all of these secrets and hard-earned information that I know you took the hard way to learn, and you're sharing it all with us the easy way and for free. And I appreciate that. And I know all of the Groove members do as well.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure.
How can people find you, Amanda?
Head over to amandavandergulik.com, or just type in Amanda Vander Gulik in Google and you'll see me everywhere.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. And definitely, yeah, on YouTube.
All right. Any other parting words before we say goodbye?
Just that you inspire me. No, like, you don't know this about me and Donna, but I've met Donna in like 2007, and I have literally followed her from platform to cruise to platform to platform, because I know that Donna only gives me the stuff that is valuable and good, and it always comes from her heart, and it always comes from a logical business sense as well. So it means a lot, and I really appreciate you, Donna.
Oh, thank you so much, Amanda. I love you. Mwah. And Groovesters, I love you too.
Love you guys.
Look for a session next month where I pick up the next ball that I need to for my business and share it with you. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it will be something amazing, I'm sure.
And don't forget, now you have to go and see this video next.
Oh, that's right. Much love. Bye. Let's have Groovezilla sing us out.